Hi everyone and thank you for watching. This is a very important week because this week we have 6 people fighting for 3 playoff spots. So it's going to be very intense and we expect those guys to give everything this week. So without further ado, let's jump into those matches. Alright, so here we have Itomanpr against Ksaun. So on Itoman's side we have Kefka, Kingmount and Surges. On Ksaun's side we have Titus, Elsirel and Jaden. So let's see how it went.
Alright, over on Ksaun's side we have the appearance of the Elsirel. Something I've been really excited to see since the beginning, so let's just see how it turns out. I'm a little scared about the Titus, once again going against Kefka as the main damage dealer. He is not known for being able to take good magic damage, but we'll see, maybe he can tank enough. But that Kingmount getting into a very aggressive position to start off. And I think he used the move up buff, so that means that's a good signal for like a Berserk Bomb. So I'm a little scared from Ksaun's side. But like I said, we'll have to see how it goes. I might have missed him using the Berserk TMR. I'll have to check. Oh my gosh, I sure hope I did because Sturgis just used Viga's TMR. So this could be very scary for Ksaun. If I missed that, I really hope I didn't. But let's see the damage. Oh, wow. I did not expect to see Kingmount evade. That could be bad.
Yeah, and now the Berserk Bomb probably.
Yep,
yes.
And then, yep, exactly how expected. Let's just see if this lands. Like I said, I might have missed him applying the null Berserk. And
so Ksaun did his work.
Yeah, either I missed it or he got very lucky.
Okay, Elsirel is very accurate and Kingmount is evading that Elsirel. It's really not good for Ksaun.
Yeah, this is scary. I did not expect to see Kingmount be this evasive.
But Ksaun has Jaden. Oh, not much damage on that Kingmount, so he's really well built.
Yeah, and
the
he
cure.
must just be barely evasive enough that Jaden isn't using his guaranteed hit.
Not much damage coming from the Elsirel, so now we have Jaden going again, so Golden Magic Shot, much more damage this time, but the held back, that Kingmount is really unkillable, but now he has no AP. So now we have Titus, Blade Bash missing that Kingmount. Next we have Surges, so let's see what he's going to do. So Nighthawk, very low damage on that Titus, but it was expected. So now we have Kefka, Forsaken.
Wow.
Oh, that's surprising coming from Titus.
That is very surprising.
Okay, so we have First Blood, but re-raise on Kefka, so it's not done yet. Next we have Elsirel, still 35 AP. Okay, so finishing off that Kefka. Surges is still alive. So that's surprising. So now Kingmount, not much damage on that Titus. So Titus going again. Is he going to hit someone? Yes. So Surges landing a hit on him. Next Surges, so Retaliation. Leaping Assault. Oh, okay. Landing Berserk on that Jaden. That's going to be big. But he's still killing that Surges.
That might actually be good for Ksaun because his Jaden was out of AP. So he's able to deal more damage.
Alright, so Esper Evocation. So we have Golem. Really nice animation, but it's taking too long. So 2k on that Kingmount. Next, and we have Titus. Let's see what he's going to do. Simply healing, so massive HP back. Another basic attack from near 5k, it's really big.
Yeah.
And Elsirel killing that Kingmount. Whoa.
Wow. That was very surprising. When I first saw the damage coming out from the Jaden in the beginning, and don't forget the evades coming out from that Kingmount, I thought that this was Itoman's game to lose. But I was also surprised about how durable that Ksaun's team was too. So it was a huge back and forth.
Yeah, and I mean the Kingmount was so dominating on this game. Honestly, it was really great from on Ksaun's side to be able to tank that Kefka that well, because even if Kingmount was really useful, in the end it didn't do that much damage. And but Kefka too, so if the main DPS isn't able to carry, well, Kingmont is still a physical unit, so he doesn't have much AP to begin with, so he couldn't do everything.
Yeah. And I'll also give a big shout out to both players preparing for those status effects, because once again, I must have missed it, because that Kingmont LB pretty much is going to like guarantee Berserk if you don't null it. So either Ksaun had Berserk resistant Esper and the Trust Stone, or he'd used the Alaya buff and I just missed it. But regardless, it was very well tanked, very well prepared, and the Blade Bashes came out from both tanks, and neither of them landed the stun. So, like I said, both teams prepared very well for the status effects, and it really helped out for Ksaun's side for sure.
Yeah, Ksaun will let us know in the comments.
Yeah, like I said, if only I could rewatch the first couple seconds again.
But the Berserk has landed on that Jaden.
Yeah, so that's what makes me think. I mean, Jaden will also have the 97 Faith, where the other two units wouldn't, but so there's a chance that they just got away with using Berserk, Res, Esper, and Trust Stone, but I think that they must have used the buff and I just missed it there.
Alright, so GG to both players and congratulations to Ksaun.
Yep, GG to both players.
Alright, so here we have Rem 9 against Isvar. So on Rem 9 side, we have Edward, Adelard, and Delita. On Isvar side, we have Murmur, Miranda, and Elena. So let's see how it went.
Alright, I did not expect this team coming out from Ram 9. I was convinced he would not bring the Edward because of the ice units, especially like the Alaya coming out from Iceheart's team. So I'm really curious to see. I mean, like I said, the two fire units are very smart in case she did bring ice, but Edward's going to be huge against this evasion team coming out from Iceheart. And I do like this team coming out from Iceheart. I think against most of Ram 9's roster, it's a very strong choice versus pretty much everyone on his roster aside from Ed. So I think Ed will really be the difference maker here. To see if he dies early, I think this game is Iceheart's. If he lives, I mean, he has that haste now, so he has the guaranteed hits. And without Addison Ray, you know, they're both susceptible to those guaranteed hits. So I'm curious to see how this plays out.
Yeah, so we're both surprised. I think that Iceheart was too. But it makes sense now, because Edward is kind of protected with those two fire units. So if she brings Alaya with a 100 cost, but he'll still be covered with two big DPS that are fire. So it really makes sense. He's all covered now.
Ooh, okay.
Alright, so we have Edward going with his LB on Elena. Oh, able to hit her. Nearly killing her, but not enough. So now we have Helena going again with retaliation. So Crystal shine bright. Oh, okay. So a lot of damage, but not enough to kill him. Next we have Delita. Is he going? Okay, so he's going for the Helena, nearly killing her off. So the courage has proc. Now we have Murmur probably going to heal her. She's not casting anything.
Turned off. Yeah, she has her heals turned off.
Oh.
Which is the same way I run my Murmur to. But I'm surprised that she didn't reapply the haste.
Okay, so massive damage on that Delita. He's now she procced his courage. Now we have Edward going again, hitting those two units. Oh,
miss!
That's missing that Elena, but also that didn't do that much damage on that Murmur. Very surprising. I mean, she's an Earth unit too. Okay, so Elena's down. Next we have Adelard. Probably going. Okay, so Sealing Trust. A lot of damage on that Miranda. Okay, it's not looking good for Isvar right now. So we have Murmur. Is she going to... okay. This time she's casting something, but I think that she's done.
Fortunately.
Okay, so next we have Edward. He's in range. Yes, so Wall Breaker. Oh, okay, so not killing that Miranda.
Yeah, she just needs to evade everything from now on.
Yeah.
But I think the jamming thrust, sealing thrust, excuse me.
Oh, re-raise. We forgot about this.
About the re-raise. So there's still hope, because she goes next.
Yes. Oh, one-shotting that Adelard. Oh, no.
That's huge, but Delita's been very active. Oh, he has no AP. Oh, no! Even without... Oh, no. Yeah, that Delita was built incredibly accurately, so that was... Yeah, it's like it's not surprising to see him hit, but It is discouraging to see on Iceheart's side.
It ended up being a very, very close match.
Yeah, I'm honestly impressed. By a lot of things were very impressive that match. Murmur tanking that hit from Edward as well as she did, even with the elemental disadvantage, and her being an SR unit was ridiculous. And like I said, just the frequency at which Ram 9's units were able to hit Icehearts was also very impressive. I can't imagine how much accuracy that Delita was built up with, because he was hitting with Crush Accessory, which I'm pretty sure is not a guaranteed hit move. And even if it wasn't, he was shown that he's able to hit with just the basic attack. So there's so much accuracy over on Ram 9's side.
Unfortunately for Isart, I think the fact that she turned those healing off probably was the match, because she didn't do anything.
Yeah, there was one turn where Remember didn't do anything, and I'm very surprised. Cause maybe she ran out of fast cast, and that's the reason why she didn't do anything. But I was thinking that after Edward removed the haste from Elena, that she would just reapply it. But I'm not quite sure why she didn't do anything there. Like I said, she must have just been out of fast casts.
All right, so Chisei, according to you, what was the key of the match?
Ooh, I would probably have to say, broadly, Delita's accuracy. Because I thought Edward would have been the star here, because I thought his guaranteed hits would have been the make or break moment, but in all actuality, it was Delita more than often. He was the one dealing most of the damage, and he was also the one that got the killing blow, so I would have to give it up to Delita.
Yeah, it was a true glass cannon, but his accuracy was top notch.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so GG to both players, and congratulations to Ram 9.
Yep, GG to both players.
Alright, so here we have Isvar against Sandrooster. So on Isvar's side, we have All Day, Bradley, and Valet. On Sandrooster's side, we have Adelard, Cecil, and Faris. So let's see how it went.
The 140 Cecil coming out. I am excited to see how he looks with his new upgrade. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I did not expect from that position for Faris to be able to hit from all the way back there. That is ridiculous.
Which means, okay, no, Bradley won't.
That's even more surprising. Yes. I'm guessing, yeah, I'm surprised Bradley doesn't have the range, but Faris did.
Oh, that's not good for Sandrooster, because now they already has his barrier.
Yeah, that's not great. At least on the bright side, at least Bradley didn't get it, but it could be really rough. But King Elda also, more importantly, didn't get his hate buff off, so he does not have the hate or all the other buffs needed to make him a really all-star tank.
Yes, but otherwise he wouldn't have his barrier, because he was in range to attack, but now he has it, so he tanked the first hit really well. And oh shit, Adelard is done already, and Cecil already almost is. So Reckoning of Light, oh okay, so doing a lot of damage and refilling his HP bar back. That was really impressive, honestly.
Yeah. Hold on, let me get those Mind Spheres for Cecil real quick. That was, wow.
Very impressive.
And the heal that much.
So Bradley going again. Okay, so not killing that Cecil. I hope that Cecil will be able to do it all over again until the end.
Yeah,
oh no!
Goodness, the reflexes.
Unfortunately for him. And I think it's game.
I think so too. Ooh. Man, that was rough, because I said I don't want to give all the credit to the reflexes, but I think with the first reflex, Faris would have definitely been able to deal at least that 3,600 or 3,100 damage, and which would have put him down to courage off of Cecil's hit. And then the second reflex off Cecil's hit would have killed him. So, man, it's hard to say, because there's always the chance that Valet could also use a full life, so it would not have been game for sure if he didn't reflex either of those hits. But man, those reflexes definitely help seal the deal there.
I think that I'll have to give the key of the match to that surviving Valet at the very beginning. I think that this Night Blessing with this barrier at the very beginning was really big for Isvar, and I think that it changed the rest of the match.
Yeah, I could see it. I'm not sure. It's hard for me to say. I don't want to give the key of the match to Reflex, but I think Sandrooster would have at least had a fighting chance if not for both of those reflexes. I think if neither of those reflexes went off, Bradley would have been down, and then it would have been between Cecil versus Old and Blade. So I don't know. I'll give the key of the match to Reflex, but I think Isvar had a really good chance of winning even with the reflexes.
Yeah, but if we add those two together, it would have given a chance to Sandrooster. But what's done's done, and
yep.
I'll say congratulations to Isvar and GG to Sandrooster.
Yep, GG.
Alright, so here we have Chisei against Shadow91. So on Chisei's side we have Bart, Gilgamesh and Zazan. On Shadow's side we have Grace, Rain and June. So let's see how it went.
Alright, I promised this since week 1. I've been wanting to bring this team and I finally get to bring it out. I did bring a variation of the Warrior team before, but now I finally get to bring the full Gilgamesh, Zazan, Bart's pairing. So yeah, I started off with the Keen Blade on my side so I can get off some of those early buffs. And Zazan, my main thing for him, I wanted to bring him to deal damage, but ultimately I need him to be a tank. So I get him out in front with the Heart of Flutter. And over on Shadow's side, you see he's running the double Greatsword squad. Not just that, but double Greatsword tanks. So coming into this match, I was like, okay, I got the elemental advantage against June with Gilgamesh. I can deal some damage. I don't know if he has the damage to really deal back to me. So I was feeling pretty good going into this fight. Gilgamesh, he gets his barrier up, and then June, not a whole lot of damage, but 4,000 was a little bit more than I was expecting to begin with, especially coming from a tank. But Zazan coming in with some damage of his own.
So Rain's excessive LB.
Yep. But once again, even with the elemental disadvantage, I was not expecting him to deal that much damage. Zazan's a normal ready unit, but that little bit of damage from Gilgamesh too, I was floored. Yeah, coming into this match, I said, I'm going to one-shot you or you're going to one-shot me. And
Yeah.
that was, I'm going to tell you right now, that was not the case, as you can see right now. Rain making quick work of that Zazan.
So now that Rain is full, Kotetsu on that Rain, so not much damage on that Rain. So now Bart's coming next, Power Stance. So I think that he refreshes follow-up. Is that it?
Oh, that one is just a huge, massive attack steroid. It lowers his spirit, but just brings his attack up by a lot.
Okay, so that Rain is really there to counter that Gilgamesh really hard. So Soul Preeminence. Okay, so not so much damage on that Gilgamesh though. Blood Sword, so nearly killing that Rain. Next we have Grace, so probably healing back up that Rain.
Yep.
Okay, not fully though. Now we have Gilgamesh going again. Oh, so a lot of damage on that Grace and lands the paralysis, so no more healing, at least 50% of the chances. Okay, so now we have Gilgamesh that is done. So now it's a 2v1, but I'm still giving you the edge, and I was right. Okay, so Bart's lapping that Rain, and now going with the Esper. Thanks for skipping.
Yeah, like I said, I was not expecting that level of damage coming out from Shadow's units. Because even though, like I said before, he didn't do, Rain didn't deal a lot of damage, but that was with his barrier up. That was with Gilgamesh's barrier up, and he still did 4,000 damage on him. And then you saw the turn after that. I think he did around like 8,000 when you calculate all the 3 hits together. So his team was very bulky and did a lot more damage than I was expecting it to. Honestly, I was sweating a little bit at the end seeing how much damage that Rain was doing, even though he had the elemental advantage against Gilgamesh. If my Barts didn't lap, I think that Rain, I don't think he would have killed Barts, but I think he would have brought him pretty darn low. I think it would have been pretty close. So, I mean, that's a huge shout out to Shadow. We talked a little bit after the match, and I got to see the way his units were built, and man, it was impressive. Lots of bulk and lots of damage.
I have to give the key of the match to Bart's. I mean that I think that only him could have been able to kill that whole team.
Yeah. Like I said, seeing the Gilgamesh, and like I said, we even talked about it a little bit after the match too. My Gilgamesh only did like 1.5 to 2,000 damage against that June, and it was the follow-up that did like an extra 5,000. So it really, like that Gilgamesh, he was doing a lot of my mocks, but in this fight, he did nothing, or he did very little. The paralyze on the Grace was big, but the actual damage output wasn't nearly what I expected coming out from that Gilgamesh. So, yeah, I agree. The Bart's really hard carried from my side with both the non-elemental follow-up and just the sheer amount of damage he brought to the team.
That Bart's was definitely undercosted.
No. I think he was overcosted actually. I think we need to lower him next season. Only for me though. Only for my roster.
Ah, okay, I see. All right, GG to both players and congratulations to you.
GG.
All right, so here we have GB79 against Jesuslbl. So on GB79 side we have Murmur, Urel, and Jaden. On Jesus side we have Warrior of Light, Bart, and Uni. So let's see how it goes.
All right, we got the return of the Bart's Uni Warrior of Light comp, which is terrifying. But I want to say I really love JB79's pick here of Celebrated Jaden. There's a few different things. One thing that Nimmer pointed out before the recording is that Jesus doesn't have any barrier breaks over on his side.
Yep.
So that 10,000 HP physical barrier is going to go a very long way in keeping him alive.
Yes.
That in addition to Warrior of Light being weak to Pierce, I think Ice Jaden was definitely the pick for this matchup right here. I will say though, on Jesus' side, it is really nice and lucky for him that he got the positioning that he did, because now he can get all the buffs off without having to worry about that head-to-head matchup, which I feel like JD would have the edge there. So yeah, these initial buff rotations are coming off, and man, it's hard to give the edge one way or the other. This is going to be a battle of the titans in my opinion. But like I said, that physical barrier is going to be huge, unless because Bart's can deal some crazy damage. I wouldn't be surprised to see him chew through that barrier right away.
The damage on Bart was enough just to pop that barrier from Jaden at the beginning, so he doesn't have a barrier now.
Bart's is down.
But there's no follow-up if he's dead.
That's true. Well, we're gonna need Uni to carry with some serious damage now then.
Yes.
Or some surprise damage from Warrior of Light, because yeah, Bart's being down is massive, and I don't really see a good way for Jesus to come back from that one.
Yeah, unfortunately for Jesus, nothing was in place. Bart's did the first attack. Uni unfortunately did only a first attack, I think, after Bart was dead. So yeah, it was really rough for him.
Yeah, I know Uni got one arrow fall off before Bart's died, but I think he wasn't in range. But I mean, yeah, I don't know if it even really
true.
too much.
Because we didn't see any follow-up.
Right. Yeah, and like I said, he had plenty of time to do the buff, so I'm sure that buff happened. I just didn't see the follow-up, so I think Uni might have just been slightly out of range.
Yeah, since it's too slow, Bart was able to go too far in front.
I was like, what is he channeling? I forget he has that sub jump sometimes. I never get to see Celebrated Jaden that much that I'm always surprised by what he gets to bring out.
Yeah, that guy even has healing.
Yeah. And there it goes.
Another rough match.
Yeah, like I said, it was with the follow-up there, if Uni was just like one more square forward and was able to benefit from that follow-up, you know, we saw the damage that Bart's did was enough to just barely not break that barrier from Ice Jaden, and enough that where the arrow fall was able to deal some damage. So if the follow-up was able to deal a good, I don't know, 5,000, 6,000 plus damage, it could have been a contender for a tight fight. But I mean, I feel like even then I still would have given the edge to JB, because that just would have been on I think the first arrow fall only hit the Jaden. So yeah, anyways, I think it was a good match, but as soon as Bart's went down, I mean, he's kind of the star of the team, so
yeah,
it's pretty much done from there.
So the key of the match to Jaden's barrier.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, the key of the match is just picking Jaden. I think I from the beginning I really love that choice from the barrier and also the pierce damage versus Warrior of Light. I think it was just a solid choice.
That was rough. Alright, GG to both players, and congratulations to JB79.
Yep, GG to both players.
Alright everyone, so here's the final standings for the Enthusiast division. So with this win, in first place we have JB79, so he has the same number of points as Jesus, but since he beat him, he's advancing on top of him. So we have Jesus in second place with 6 points. After this we have Rem9, Isvar and Isvar, but when we went to the head-to-head, Rem9 was over, had the most wins. Isvar, I think he lost to Isvar and Rem9, so that's why he's in 5th place. After this, okay, this part is complicated because Ksaun, Chisei, Shadow and Sandrooster, they all have a record of 4-5, but when we went to the head-to-head record, Ksaun and Chisei were on top, and after this we had to resolve to the next tiebreaker, which was the plus-minus. So it was decided that Ksaun finished in 6th place to grab the last playoff spot.
I should just ran some bulkier units one time, you know, just those 2 units being missing in action cost me that 6th place slot. So no, it was yeah, it was a little bit of a gray zone where we had to try and decide how to figure this out, but then that plus minus really came in clutch to really break that tiebreaker, because I had beaten Shadow and Ksaun but lost to Sandrooster, and then Ksaun had beaten Shadow and Sandrooster but lost to me. So it was really awkward in trying to figure out who should actually proceed, because I had beaten Ksaun, but we both had the same number of wins under our belt for our win-loss record. So the tiebreaker of plus minus really came in clutch, and yeah, like I said, I just had 2 more units that died before he did, so he got the slot, which, like I said, now because he took my slot, my support is behind him. So good luck, Ksaun. I'm gonna live vicariously through you.
Yeah, he's also a good sport because he offered the deathmatch.
Yeah, that was one thing that was really kind of him, is that, you know, because it was so murky and kind of gray, he was like, you know, do you want to just do a best of 1 deathmatch? And I was like, nah, it's all right. You got the better plus minus. Because that's the one thing I was telling Numer. I was like, I want the plus minus to matter. Because if you're just doing head to heads, it almost never matters. But in this specific situation where we both have a tied record and tied number of people that we won and lost to, I think this is a perfect situation for the plus minus to come in as a tiebreaker.
So sorry guys, because of this we won't have a 6th video.
Yeah. Yeah, my bad. I said no to the content.
And in last place we have Itomanpr, but like I said to him, it's great because it's 2 more wins than anticipated.
Yeah, both of the divisions were super stacked, so
yeah,
any win against these players, I mean excluding myself, but any win against these players is well earned.
Yeah, it was really a tough division. Alright, it was really a good run, so we're pretty excited to show you the blind division video. After this we're going to have the playoff 3 bracket, so let's see you in the next video.
Take care.
But what's done's done, and
yep.
I'll say congratulations to Isvar and GG to Sandrooster.
Yep, GG. You said GG to Sandrooster, or yeah, you said GG to Sandrooster.
Yeah, but I first said congratulations to Isvar.
Oh, my bad. I'm tired. I'm sorry. Whatever. GG's.